So we are on a special mission today. We are now in New Mexico, United States, and we flew yesterday from El Salvador to United States. We have to buy a new rig and drive down to El Salvador, which is about 6,000 kilometers. Top of that is it's not only to buy the rig and drive down, but it's also to change some parts and fix the car, because we don't know exactly the condition of the whole rig.
Have you ever asked yourself, when is the right moment to start your own adventure? We choose ours and decided now is the moment. We are Andrea, Christian and Nacho. Together we are driving the longest road in the world, over 40,000 kilometers, from the Arctic Ocean to the southern tip of South America. This is the Pan American Highway. We're not rushing, we are here to catch every moment, every place and every story we find along the way. This isn't a break from life, this is life. Raw, real and better than we ever imagined.
Well, let's start from the beginning. We are in El Salvador right now, staying with our friends Gladys and Gerardo. They welcomed us into their home like family. Their space quickly became ours too. But for the first time we started this journey, Christian and I had to do something apart. And that felt strange. When you live in a Defender 24/7, when every meal, every sunrise, every mile is shared, doing something separately feels unnatural, maybe even wrong, like a piece of the puzzle suddenly went missing.
And of course, there was no way we could leave El Salvador without one last stop, pupusas. Hot, cheesy, straight off the griddle. The perfect goodbye for now. Entering the States in Houston wasn't exactly smooth sailing. The immigration officer, well, let's just say he wasn't having the best day. After being asked the same question over and over, things escalated. At one point he even threatened to pull my visa and warned Steve, as an American citizen, that he could be detained just for stepping in to explain. After 2 stressful hours, we were finally cleared to continue our journey. And honestly, nothing says fresh start quite like a classic American breakfast. Comfort food at its best. The day, however, wasn't done testing our patience. 4 hours of waiting into the airport turned into another 1.5 hour delay before we finally cleared for takeoff to the next destination. Next stop, Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where we finally meet Barry, the now owner of the car. We'd first spotted the rig on Facebook Marketplace, and after a few calls back and forth, Barry finally offered to pick us up at the airport in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But I know what you're probably wondering. Why?
Why are we doing this whole thing? So Steven and Chen, Steve is here, checking the car with me. They had an accident 1 week ago in El Salvador, and sadly the rig got destroyed, and so they have to take care for a new car to continue their journey. They are doing the same Pan American Highway as we do, also from north to south. We were super lucky in El Salvador because we had some friends, Gladys and Gerardo, who helped us with all the stuff. So they helped us to pick them up at the place where the accident happened, all their stuff. And what we offered from our side is that I can go with him to the States and check the rig and make all the changes with him. Our quest is now to find a rig, and if you're gonna see the car, you probably notice which car this is. And we're gonna take you on this journey as we drive down in 1 week from here to El Salvador, which is about 6,000 kilometers. So this is gonna be a really interesting adventure, crossing all the borders and yeah, drive down. Yeah.
Garage, no? Yeah, I got brother takes his car wash all the time. $850. It's the max what they get up there. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you know what I mean? You can stand up.
Esteban, what do you think of the rig?
That's good overall. That's good overall. Yeah. I just wanted to put water in it. I think I tried to open up this one earlier and the handle twisted. Whoa! Why don't you get it? Wow, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if in the town there, is there a place where we can FedEx the title? Then, I don't know if you have to ask my wife.
Now I hear it.
Something sounds.
Gotta be careful that water's not going in here and flooding the cabinet on the inside.
Yeah. So what we are trying is to test everything, like all the devices, the heater, the water boiler and everything. And the problem is that we have a water leak in the boiler where the thread is welded on, which means the water tank is a little bit higher than this leak, which means as soon as the water tank is full, water comes out because of the pressure. And yeah, I think we have to take out the whole boiler to weld it, or yeah, I don't know, replace it. Or good morning. Good morning. Oh, so we were able to sleep in their little cabin here. It's a little adobe hut. Then what we additionally found out yesterday, we wanted to start the Starlink, and we found out that the cable of Starlink was also destroyed during the accident. So the plug was pulled out of the cord. So we're gonna replace the cable too, or we built a new one. But first we're gonna have coffee. And they have some nice hummingbirds here on their veranda, which is really nice.
Did you know a hummingbird's heart can beat more than 1,000 times a minute? They look delicate, but they are pure strength. Their wings can beat 80 times a second, and they can cross oceans on a body smaller than a coin. Proof that even the smallest can do the impossible.
So 60 miles an hour down this main road. Car driver.
Yeah.
Today is
maybe not too fast today, but
yeah.
but it feels nice.
Christian Fluri.
It's a big difference between a Defender and a Tundra, and I don't say which one is better.
But one has 8 cylinders, while the other one has 5.
Yeah. So there is a lack of 3.
Yeah. So missing 3. We're not going to say which one. But
yeah.
Very nice track out here in New Mexico.
Oh yeah.
This area was devastated by fires about 3-4 years ago, caused by some intentionally set fires by the U.S. government. They took responsibility and have spent a lot of money making everybody whole out here, rebuilding roads, bridges.
Feels nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. So it's pretty nice to drive this car because it's super comfortable. Everybody who has driven a Defender before knows what I'm talking about. Defender is more like a tractor to drive. This one is more like a comfortable car. But it's really nice, and it seems that everything works. What we are going to do is we check now all the stuff. We check now if the alternator is charging the battery. And we are also checking later the oil level, if all the lockers are working, because this car has a rear locker. Compressor is working too. And we check all the stuff if four-wheel drive works, for low. But I mean, yeah. And then at some point we head back and decide if we're gonna buy the car.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Good decision.
Yep.
We need that piece of rope thing to try to hold that up.
So we tried now to test the winch, but somehow it's not working and the winch is beeping. And we're gonna find out what this means. Maybe the winch is stuck because on top, if you watch on top, the rope is like kind of strange, so. Thank you.
Feels very nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah, feels pretty planted.
Yeah. So I think the car is in pretty good shape, no? Like the truck?
Yeah, I think so.
And yeah, no.
Car's in good shape. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Check some mechanics later to make sure the fluid looks good.
Yeah. I mean, what we have to do is, I mean, some changes at the camper, definitely.
Yeah. More changes than we were hoping for.
Yeah. Especially the stuff with the boiler. This is gonna be an annoying one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boiler, the plumbing, that's important stuff.
Yeah. And as much as I like these four-wheel campers, I'm sure there's plenty of room for better construction, like wiring and all this stuff. There is room for improvement.
They definitely need to employ a certain Swiss engineer that they could really make their products better.
Maybe we built a new company, Fluri campers. No, and then we.
Fluri campers, I like it.
So if you're interested in a Fluri camper, you can place the order now, and we're gonna work on your ideas.
Below.
Yeah, yeah. You'll find our email address in the description.
Long story short, we made the deal and took the camper with us. Huge thanks to Barry and Renee for picking us up and letting us stay at their casita.
Nice casita for the night.
Yeah. Now we have our own casita with us for the night.
Yeah, now we've got our own casita.
Yeah.
Oval casita.
Congratulations, man.
Oh, man.
They finally bought the car. The truck.
Finally on the road.
The truck.
Nice. About 24 hours after we got there.
Yes.
The longest I ever spent buying a vehicle at someone's house.
And now we are heading direction to Santa Fe to find a place that we can stay for the night. And tomorrow we are driving to Las Vegas, Nevada, where we stay a couple of days to wait for all the paperwork.
Wait for the title, which will hopefully arrive early next week.
Yes. Yeah, and then tonight we're gonna figure out the complete list of the changes and modifications that we were gonna do here, and the stuff that we're gonna do when we arrive in El Salvador. Okay.
Title is shipped off, and yeah, one thing more checked off.
Papers on the way. Okay. Gonna check later. So we did everything. We shopped a little bit to buy some food, and now, I mean, you can see it's really nice here. we found a nice camp spot in the bushes, in the wild, which is possible in the state. So. On the road to Las Vegas, or we were on the road to Las Vegas, and
exchange.
We decided to browse for a new awning, and as everybody of you knows that I like AluCab products, so we decided to Google where they sell this stuff, and there is one on the road in Prescott Valley. Yeah, and we're gonna see if they have the products. The point is they close at 5 and now it's 3:30 and we have another hour to go to the place. So it's gonna be a tight ship.
Alright, tight.
Yeah.
Well, we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it, and then the point is if we get it into the camper or if we install it on the spot, or they say it's gonna take 2 hours to install it, so yeah, that's gonna be a funny one.
Assuming we have the right tools.
Assuming we have the right tools and all the parts. Obviously we need to buy also bolts and stuff. Yep, that's gonna be a funny one.
Part of the adventure.
Part of the adventure.
It's an AluCab, isn't it?
That's an AluCab, yeah.
That's mule.
Minutes later.
Struck out at Mule Expedition.
Yeah. We really hope that it fit, but obviously the points where you have to attach it are different to the slide in to the flatbed one. So,
yeah.
Yep. Now we need a new plan. Would have been cool to get it here since we did all the detour.
Yeah, drove out of the way.
Yeah. 2 hours, 2-3 hours.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! Like
The wish.
my roof is gonna be like little potholes everywhere.
Yeah. The wish for colder weather. Next time you don't
We got
wish
colder
anymore.
weather.
Yeah. Now it's 61 Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in centigrade. It's maybe
Pretty cool. Yeah.
pretty cool. About 10
10 or something. Yeah.
in 5 minutes from 35 to 10 degrees. Yeah. I hope it stops. So we were just a bit worried about the car because I mean since we bought it yesterday we don't have any insurance and the hail picked up a little bit, so but now everything's fine, no nothing, car is safe, and we found a really nice camp spot for the night in the mud.
In the mud.
Yeah. So a little update what we are gonna change here and in El Salvador on the complete camper. We want to remove the shower basin and put like some place for shoes in, so we have a little opening to the side, so a little bit for more storage. Then we need to replace the drain plug on the outside, but the distributor is not sealed, so water comes out somewhere. Then we remove the boiler because the boiler has a crack. We already saw that. We're gonna put another door in on the outside, so you can use it as a normal storage. We replaced the solar panel on the roof for a 250 watt solar panel. Then we have something in the wheel arches that is missing. Then some small stuff, gas roots. We're gonna change the gas roots from the roof. We're gonna make a Starlink mount on the roof and hardwire it to the 12 volt system with a little converter. Then yeah, we're gonna replace the fridge. We're gonna replace the battery for a 400 amp battery. Now it's two 100 amps inside. Then we're gonna put the new inverter inside with 2000 watts. Now it's only 600 watts. And we're gonna connect all the 110 plugs. So if the inverter is on, we have electricity in all the plugs. We're gonna install also a new plug on the kitchen for 110. We're gonna remove the external water tank, make like a maintenance opening, so you can grab inside, clean the tank and have it clean, so we can put in drinking water, and you can use the tank as to clean dishes or for something. Remove the bed extension because they don't really need it. And then one big thing is also the awning, because the awning doesn't close really good, and if you want to open it, it doesn't come out, so you have to pull it out. So we're going to replace the awning. Yep, and we are now in front of a Home Depot, of course, to get all the stuff, and we start changing all the details. So we're gonna replace the whole thing here with a little T-piece, and you could also remove all the hoses, but we're gonna keep all the hoses, so in case they want to reinstall the boiler later, so we're gonna take only the boiler out and keep all the hoses and the warm water distribution intact, so they can just go back. Well done.
Beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of the wrenches.
Couple of the wrenches. Yes, I can press it. Yeah.
Just
So it's 7 a.m. in the morning and we are ready to drive. We could yesterday figure out all the hoses and the leaks in the water distribution, and obviously there is one leak in the back distributor, which is a bit bad, so we take out the whole warm water system. like all the hoses and everything, so there is no going back after that. And today we are going to the storage to pick up some stuff that we need to build all the rest. We pick up also our parts that we get from Amazon, the 5,000 parcels. No, I'm sure our house is full of stuff now.
5,003. I ordered more stuff yesterday.
Yeah. So after that we have a lot of stuff to change and to build and to finish. So gonna be an interesting day, especially because it's very hot in Las Vegas now. So we just took down the old solar panel, so we can mount the new one, and we're gonna leave it here in the storage. And yeah, sadly we didn't have the locks anymore for the Yakama rails, so we had to remove it without locks, which is also possible with a small drill and a flat screwdriver. So Steve is working outside on the compartment so we can glue it together afterwards, and I'm gonna install the 12 volt converter for Starlink with a switch and the fuse. And then we go up to the roof, and then we have a little connector on the roof, which is this one, so we can plug in Starlink from the outside and have a nice and watertight connection. So we have here now the step-up converter. Then we go from the 12 volt to the step-up. Then we have a little switch here, which is in front of the door, and from here we go with this cable through the whole system here up to the roof. And here we have 48 volts, which is attached to the part on the roof later. So on the wish of the customer, we installed also another USB port and another 12 volt socket here. So we still have the frame of the boiler, and now we silicone the whole thing in with the screws also, and then we have a nice door here. The only thing we have to do is like close this one so no water is getting in, and then it should be fine. What we're doing also is like to add a sealing here later, so it's sealed and should be waterproof. Not waterproof, so but a little bit better than nothing. the Mr. Oiler.
The oiler.
Mr. Oiler.
Mr. Wheelie.
For a nice piece of wood.
My nice workshop here.
First one fits. It's pretty complicated with a measurement tape with inches. So I don't know if I told you that, but inches make no sense. There's only one system that really works, it's the metric system. Sorry. Moment of truth.
Ooh, very nice.
No?
Oh, that's good. Good. It'll move.
You like it?
Very nice. Finally a place to put shoes. Won't be in the way. So there was a slide out here to make it a king-size bed that had an extra piece of wood that kind of bunched up. Since we're not going to use it as a king-size bed, we ended up removing the wood about this long, cutting it down. So it's just the edge piece. And then we made that fit and screwed holes into the original platform underneath. So now it's plenty strong when you raise it up and down.
Yeah. It's also better because the part in the front was detached from the other one. And if you would have lifted on this one, you had only one part in your hand, and now it's connected, so it's much easier to lift it up.
It also looks nicer.
Yeah.
To have the outside trim piece.
The stairs that come with the four-wheel camper aren't exactly practical for full-time living. So we had to get creative. Luckily, with the help of SRS Fabrication in Las Vegas, we came up with a simple, smart solution. Something that actually works for life on the road.
Put it in, put it out. Pull back. Yeah, you're getting so much easier. Holy crap.
Here we rerouted the sink drain to the same outlet as the shower was.
Okay. So both of these guys had a crack here where the thing comes out of the injection molding. If you switch on the pump, all the water comes out through this gap here, and you have a little fountain in your house, which is probably not so nice. So we're gonna replace this with something like this, which is a little bit more heavy but also much more stable. And since we removed the whole warm water thing, we only use 4 attachments, which is much easier like this. So really simple. This line comes from the pump, goes into this. This line comes from the hookup water. This one goes to the shower, and this one goes to the sink. So I'm gonna attach the whole thing, and then we're good.
No, it's all metal.
All metal, and it's
stuff.
sealed. So the idea is you switch on the pump, it primes, and then it stops. As soon as you open this one, pump. So the pump starts as soon as I open, and as soon as I close, the pump stops. Inside here was the connection of the shower. and we removed the complete indoor shower, which means I'm gonna take the whole hoses out here and connect it with the L, so the system is closed afterwards again. So we are also installing a new dash cam here, the Wolfbox G850, and we took this one because we had in our rig, in the Defender, we have very good experiences, especially with the company, because we had a problem once and it was out of the warranty time, but they replaced the screen for free, which I think is not usual these days, and we were really happy about that. So I would always recommend Wolfbox parts. So one thing that we also want to change in the camper is the 110 volt system. So to explain a little bit, what we have now is an inverter, 600 watt inverter, which sits in this box. Then we have shore power from the outside, which goes through the circuit breaker. It's like an FE in Europe. And this one goes to the bench, which is here. And the one from the inverter goes to the pantry, which is right here. And if you switch on one, you have only electricity on one plug. And if you switch on this one, you have only electricity on this one, but you never have like both powered. And we want to change this because we install also a 2000 watt inverter. So what we have is like the inverter and the shore power. Then we install a transfer switch, which makes sure that you only have a connection either from shore power to the system or from the inverter to the system, but that these two are not connected, because if you connect these two and you plug in shore power, you're going to destroy the inverter. So what we do is like we install the box here. Inside this box, the transfer switch, which switches between inverter and shore power. Then we have the circuit breaker, which is mandatory, and then we have the three outlets. One is here, one is here, and another one is here. So we have power on all the outlets, either from inverter or shore power. So another thing that we want to install, or we had already a switch for Starlink, which was this one here. The problem on this one is you don't see if Starlink is on or not. So we go to this one here, which latches, plus the ring is illuminated as soon as Starlink is on, so you see if Starlink is on or not.
If you made it this far, well, that was only the first part of a journey back to El Salvador. And of course, you know how life goes when you make a plan. Nothing ever turns out the way you expect. Turns out, we'll be in the States a bit longer than we thought. Which just means more adventures, more stories. But this is coming up in the next episode.
And hey, if you made it all the way here, thank you. Every like, comment, share and subscription helps more than you know. A special thank you to those of you supporting us through Super Thanks, Patreon or in any other way. Thank you for being a part of our story. See you in the next one.